Well, it's been more than a month now since the fire at Camp Small.
And Marty is out there now with a look at how they're recovering over in that location. Hey, Marty, good morning.
Well, hey, Tim. Hey, Cena. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you're doing well. We're with Sean Preston, the yard manager, here at Camp Small. First off, if somebody doesn't know what Camp Small is, basically tell them.
Camp Small is run by Baltimore City's Recreation and Parks and the Division of Forestry, and we're the site where all the street trees and open park trees come, and we run a program that repurposes those materials, turns them into lumber and products for the community.
And it's called Camp Small. Why?
Camp Small was a name that came from back when this was a Civil War camp. There was a camp here to troops here to protect ammunition that was being run on the freight lines.
Which is now the light rail line.
Yeah.
So this area goes back to Confederacy. We are basically at the exact Cold Spring Lane exit off the Jones Falls Expressway. We brought you here a year ago, as I said in the opening of the show. Huge fire, one of the biggest in recent Baltimore memory a couple months ago. Coming up after the break, we'll talk about the recovery here at Camp Small and how the programs that happened here at Camp Small have still continued. Back to you.
Well, a year ago, WJZ at 9 introduced you to Camp Small in North Baltimore, and then last month they suffered a massive fire.
So Marty is out there this morning with a look at how they're recovering. Good morning, Marty.
Well, good morning again, Tim, Cena. Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you're doing well. Sean Preston, yard manager here at Camp Small. Once again, just really summing this up. If a tree falls in the city, it ends up here.
That's right.
And eventually it gets repurposed. But we're talking big trees. When the fire hit, and we've got some video, which, by the way, K2, who's with me this morning, was on the scene and shot last December. How many trees do you think burned?
Thousands, several thousand trees. It covered a 2-acre site, probably about 15 to 20 feet high.
And you told me a tonnage estimate of wood that burned.
The pile was about over 20,000 tons, and we lost more than half of that.
So, conversationally speaking, 10,000 tons of wood.
Correct.
Now, what would have happened to that wood had it not burned? Does it all get repurposed? What happens to it?
Yeah, it all gets repurposed one way or another. We keep everything out of the landfill. So whether it turns into lumber, excellent, but the low-end value would be recycled into a mulch product.
So, and the city does make a bit of a profit on this.
We do, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we do. We make profit off of creating lumber and products for the community.
Yeah, and we're standing next to a couple of planters here. Next half hour, we're going to go inside and show some of the stuff you all make. If you go to a park bench, a table, you all make that stuff.
That's right, yeah. And the profits that we make go back into our program to, encourage job development.
So, real quick, about 30, 40 seconds left. How did you clean this up? Did you just take bulldozers and move it to the side? What exactly happened?
Yeah, our cleaning effort's still going on. And we're trying to consolidate all the piles of burned material so that we can have a contractor come in and haul off.
So that will all be hauled off and put into a landfill?
Most of it is probably about half of it's going to go to wetland restoration projects.
Oh,
and
really?
The rest may have to be landfilled.
Wetland restoration projects. This is one of the great recycling areas on many different layers in the city of Baltimore. We brought you here a year ago. I think we were the first to come in and say, hey, can we snoop around your place? And you were cordial enough to say, yeah, and we're happy to be back now. It is a brutally cold morning. We're going to go inside and get where it's just a bit warmer. Coming up next half hour, going to show you how they make this stuff. Like that big planter we're standing in front of and this walkway we're standing on. Back to TV Hill.
And now let's check back in with Marty at Camp Small in North Baltimore. Hello, Marty.
Well, hello and good morning again, everyone, with Sean Preston, yard manager here at Camp Small. So the bottom line is big logs like that fall in the city end up here, trees, this and that. You take big logs like that, you split those logs on different pieces of machinery, and you either make, over to my left, camera right, big tables like that, planter boxes like we were standing in front of,
right,
or you split it into firewood, which somebody in Harford County, Cecil County, Anne Arundel County can come here and buy?
That's correct. Yeah, we sell split firewood by the wheelbarrow. We also have a program where folks can pay an annual dues and come in and cut their own firewood.
So, do you just show up to buy the firewood? Do you call? Do you go online? What do you do?
Yeah, you can call and make an appointment with us or send us an email. We have a website. It's our treebaltimore.org site, and you can find our product list and price sheet on that website.
treebaltimore.org.
Correct. Yeah, we're part of the Tree Baltimore umbrella for the Division of Forestry.
How many pieces? I mean, how many? Can somebody? This is interesting. Come on over here real quick.
Yeah.
Can somebody come in here and buy a table like this?
They can, yeah. We make these and assemble these tables. We're making 20 of these tables this year for recreation and parks that are going to go into various park projects, but they're also available for public and purchasing.
Again, treebaltimore.org.
Correct.
But you also told me if someone wants a specific piece of furniture but want to get the wood from here, you will supply the wood and they can take it to the furniture maker of their choice.
Yeah, we sell, so this is green lumber. This isn't kiln dried, which is great for outdoor uses, and white oak is resistant to rot, but we also produce kiln dried lumber out of not rot resistant species that are great for indoor purposes, and you can make tables out of, and we can help you navigate, and find makers to make the tables for you.
treebaltimore.org. Camp Small is more than just an enormous fire that made headlines and closed the JFX. It really is a unique part of Baltimore Parks and Rec.
Thanks
Marty. Again for hosting us.
Thanks so much for
We
coming.
really appreciate it. Okay, back to